Good morning. The indices seem to be going nowhere this month after a spectacular September. As far as today's start is concerned, the indices are set to open flat and possibly see some recovery later on. Investors are rightly not taking many chances, and the lackluster movement should give you some time to do a quality check on your holdings. A little swing ahead of the expiry is all that we can expect, as markets seem to have neither hope nor fear about the next week, which is heavy on big events. First up will be the RBI meeting on the 2nd of November. The central bank could go for yet another rate hike. The same day, the US will hold the midterm elections. Republicans are likely to take over at least one of the chambers of the Congress. Next day will be even bigger when the FOMC is expected to announce new stimulus to shore up the US economy. Coal India shares will list on the bourses on the 4th of November, and of course we will have the Muhurat trading the next day on account of Diwali. Later on in November, there will be the G20 Leaders Summit, which follows last week's G20 meet of finance and central bank officials. Thursday is the F&O expiry for near-month futures and options contracts. The Nifty is likely to find support at 6,070 today, but if it breaches this level, it might test 6,035. Support is likely to kick in at around 6,000 and at 5,980. At the same time, the Nifty may head again towards 6,200 if there is a short squeeze and global markets advance anew. Prestige Estate, BS Transcom and Giscol Alloys will list today. A whole host of quarterly results are also lined up. Overall, the sentiments remain muted amid lack of incremental triggers. India Inc.'s report card has been mixed. In any case, earnings for financial year 2011 have been mostly discounted. One has to see now whether the current stock prices support earnings growth for financial year 2012. Among the key global data points to watch out for this week include US new home sales, US durable goods order, US advanced GDP estimates for Q3, US consumer sentiments, Germany's CPI report, and latest BOJ policy announcement. The FI inflows seem to have tapered off a little lately, and one needs to watch carefully. The FIs were net buyers of Rs 4.81 billion in the cash segment on Tuesday provisionally, according to the NSE website. Local funds were net sellers of Rs 7.08 billion. In the F&O segment, the foreign funds were net sellers at Rs 6.63 billion on Tuesday. The foreign funds were net buyers of Rs 11.38 billion in the cash segment on Monday as per the SEBI. Mutual funds were net buyers at Rs 951 million. The results to be announced today are Asian Paints, Bajaj Electricals, Cummins India, Dabur India, Elecon Engineering, Everest Canto, Everon, Fedders Lloyd, Glenmark Pharma, Godrej Industries, GSPL, HCL Infosystems, Hindustan Copper, HD Media, IFCI, India Infoline, Indian Hotels, Karur Vysya Bank, Max India, MIC Electronics, Patni, Piramal Glass, Philips Carbon, Prism Cement, Shriram Transport, Strides Aerolabs, Suven Life, Torrent Power, Trent, Union Bank, United Spirits, Usha Martin, WWIL, and Z News. The other news for the day is, according to the finance minister, the current account deficit will be 3 to 3.5% of GDP this year. The government has said that it did not want to put in place capital controls, as it wanted to use a surplus on the capital account as an insurance against the rising current account deficit. The finance ministry expects to overshoot its indirect tax collection target by Rs 150 billion. Banks are refusing to lend microfinance institutions even a sanctioned line of credit following recent controversies over opaque corporate governance and usurious interest rates. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy aims to add another 4,700 megawatt of renewable power by 2012 to the current capacity of 18,000 megawatts, with additional investment of about Rs 288 billion. US will be pushing for a stronger intellectual property rights regime in India to protect American patents during the 4-day state visit by President Barack Obama, said a senior official of the US Commerce Department. Moving on to the recommendations, the technical calls are: a buy on Strides Acrolab. We advise buying the stock above levels of Rs 451 with a stop loss to be maintained at Rs 442 for a target price of Rs 470. And a buy on Indian Hotels. After yesterday's up move in Indian Hotels, stock has managed to cross above the major resistance of long-term average, which was prevailing at levels of Rs 101 with improvement in volumes. This move is quite significant as it is likely to negate intermediate downtrend in the counter, and with a positive crossover in daily RSI, a sharp up move is expected. Also, the falling resistance line is placed at levels of rupees 102.5, which appears to be a short-term hurdle and move past same to provide sustainable up move. We advise buying the stock above levels of rupees 103 for a target price of rupees 110. The derivative strategies are long Triveni November future in the range of rupees 124 to rupees 125 for a target price of rupees 132 and a stop loss is to be placed at rupees 120. Thank you and have a great day ahead.